Premier League Chelsea vs Tottenham Hotspur prediction, team news, lineups preview. Almost a decade on from the infamous Battle of the Bridge encounter, London rivals Chelsea and Tottenham Hotspur returned to Stamford Bridge to lock horns in the Premier League on Thursday night. These two teams were involved in an enthralling 7-goal thriller in North London almost 4 months ago when Chelsea came out on top by a 4-3 scoreline. Match preview. Chelsea's 4-game winning run across all competitions was brought to an end before the international break as Tottenham's North London rivals Arsenal beat the Blues 1-0 at the Emirates Stadium on March 16. Mikel Merino's first-half header condemned Chelsea to their third Premier League defeat in 5 matches, and Enzo Maresca's side are now clinging on to a top-4 place, as they sit just 1 point above Manchester City in 4th and 2 clear of 6th-placed Newcastle United, who have a game in hand. While Brentford, down in 11th, are only 8 points behind with 9 games still left to play. Chelsea, who are seeking to avoid a third successive campaign finishing outside the Premier League's top 5, currently boast the finest of advantages in the hotly contested battle to secure Champions League football for next season and are now preparing for 3 top-flight fixtures against bottom-half opposition, as well as their 2-legged Conference League quarter-final tie with Legia Warsaw later this month. The West Londoners will welcome a return to Stamford Bridge, where they have won each of their last 4 Premier League games, keeping a clean sheet in their last 2 against Southampton 4-0 and Leicester 1-0. Only once in the last 5 seasons have Chelsea won 3 home matches in a row without conceding, doing so from April to May 2024 in a run that included a 2-0 win over Spurs. Chelsea will fancy their chances of success on Thursday, as they have won more PL games 36 and scored more PL goals 120 against Tottenham than they have versus any other opponent. In fact, only 3 teams have scored more goals against a side in the division than the 120 Chelsea have netted against Spurs. Arsenal vs Everton, Manchester United vs Everton, Liverpool vs Newcastle, all 124. Like Chelsea, Tottenham were unable to claim maximum points in their final game before the international break and instead suffered their 15th Premier League defeat of the season at the hands of Fulham. Second-half strikes from Rodrigo Muniz and ex-Spurs man Ryan Sessegnon condemned the Lilywhites to a 2-0 defeat at Craven Cottage, leaving them languishing in 14th place in the Premier League table and 10 points behind the top half. Europa League glory is seemingly the only saving grace for Ange Postecoglou, whose Tottenham future has come under the microscope once again following an unacceptable loss at Fulham. He is now facing unwanted history, as defeat at Chelsea on Thursday would see the Greek-Australian become the first-ever Spurs manager to lose his first 4 league meetings against the Blues. No team has earned fewer Premier League points in London derbies this season than Tottenham, 10, level with Brentford, who have lost 5 out of 9 such matches W3D1. Only in 1987-88, 1989-90, 2003-2004 all 6 and 2004-2005-7 have Spurs ever suffered more London derby defeats in a league campaign. Tottenham are bidding to win their first game at Stamford Bridge since a 3-1 success in April 2018. But they head into Thursday's contest having lost 8 of their 14 top-flight away matches this term, with only Leicester 10 and Southampton 12 having lost more. Not since 2008-2009 have the Lilywhites suffered more away defeats in a single league season. 11. Team news. Chelsea trio Mykhailo Mudryk suspended, Mark Guéhi and Omari Kellyman both hamstring all remain unavailable for selection, but Cole Palmer, Nicholas Jackson and Noni Madueke could be fit to return to the matchday squad as they have all taken part in training. The potential return of both Palmer and Jackson could see Pedro Neto move from a makeshift central role over to the right flank, while Jadon Sancho and Christopher Nkunku may battle for a start on the left side of attack. Reece James played in midfield against Arsenal, but he could revert to right-back with Wesley Fofana potentially moved across into the heart of the defence alongside Levi Colwill. While Maresca will decide whether to stick with goalkeeper Robert Sanchez, who has started 3 of Chelsea's last 4 games in all competitions, or recall Philip Jorgensen between the sticks. As for Tottenham, Radu Dragusin remains out with a season-ending ACL injury, but Postecoglou could be boosted by the return of Lucas Bergvall illness, Dejan Kulusevski foot, Kevin Danso hamstring and Richarlison calf, who will all be assessed ahead of kickoff. Should Danso not be fit to start, Christian Romero could link arms with Mickey van de Ven at centre-back, while Postecoglou will weigh up whether to start in-form Jed Spence ahead of either Pedro Porro or Destiny Udogie at right-back or left-back respectively. Captain Son Heung-min has started as a substitute in each of last 3 Premier League games, but the South Korean could be recalled to start on the left flank at the expense of Mathys Tel, while James Maddison, Pape Matar Sarr and Wilson Odobert will also be pushing for a return to the first 11. Chelsea possible starting lineup: Sanchez, James, Fofana, Colwill, Cucurella, Caicedo, Fernandes, Neto, Palmer, Sancho, Jackson. Tottenham Hotspur possible starting lineup: Vicario, Porro, Romero, Van de Ven, Spence, Sarr, Bentancur, Maddison, Johnson, Solanke, Son. We say, Chelsea 2-1 Tottenham Hotspur. Clashes between Chelsea and Spurs tend to be filled with drama and entertainment. But whether we will see another goalfest in this one between 2 inconsistent teams, just as determined not to lose as they are to win, remains to be seen, as both sides have lacked a cutting edge in front of goal in recent matches. There is no doubt that the hosts will be regarded as favourites considering Spurs' dire record at Stamford Bridge, winning just one of their last 39 away league visits over the past 35 years, and if Palmer and Jackson are to return for the Blues, then they should have enough to collect 3 valuable points. Thanks for your watching. Don't forget to click the subscribed button and hit the bell icon for more.